Music is a language, and like any language, it has a written form. Notation gives musicians around the world a tool to communicate. A composer writes their piece with specific symbols, and if you can read music, you can understand it, decipher it, and ultimately play it. Understanding how to read music will take effort and time. But do you have to learn how to read? Well, in truth, no. Some incredible musicians never learned how to read music, preferring to play by ear. But they are mostly pop artists, and anybody who wants to learn an orchestral instrument should learn. Just like riding a bike, reading music is a skill you will always remember, and the benefits massively overshadow the drawbacks. Did you know? Examples of early notation have been found on stone tablets like this one, dating back as far as 2000 BC. So, how do you learn how to read music? When learning to read music, it's important to separate reading from performing. Playing the drums is a radically different skill from reading the sheet music in front of you. Many inexperienced teachers will try and teach these two elements together, but you know better. Learn them as separate skills that overlap, and that way you'll be more successful quicker. Set the clock. In just under 2 minutes, I'll teach you how to read sheet music. Ready, set, go. Basics of reading musical notation. Because the drum kit is a relatively new instrument, there can be a little bit of writer's interpretation when it comes to reading music. However, there are understood symbols that we use for notation. In general, circles indicate a drum is being hit, and a cross or X shape indicates a cymbal. Our main drum, the snare drum, is placed in the second space down. The highest space between the top two lines is the high tom. The second from top line going through a note indicates the middle tom. The third space down is the floor tom, and of course the lowest note, either just above or just below the bottom line, is the bass drum. Crosses, or X's, sat right on top of the stave indicate the hi-hat. Crosses higher than the hi-hat generally indicate crash cymbals. Crosses marked with the top line going through them, so slightly below the hi-hat, are ride cymbal notes. An X on the bottom or bass drum line means play the hi-hat with your foot. This is often used in jazz or when you play the ride cymbal instead of the hi-hat. Note lengths. How can you tell the length of a note? Well, that's easy. The shape of the note tells you how long to play it. A whole note, or if you're in the UK, called a semibreve, is an empty circle and lasts 4 counts. A half note, or a minim, adds a stem and lasts 2 counts. And lastly, a quarter note or a crotchet fills in the circle and lasts 1 count. There are other note lengths, but let's not worry about those for now. If you study long enough identifying the staff type, note position and shape, you'll be fluent in reading music in no time. Congratulations! You have just completed your first step in learning to read music. And thanks for watching. For more on reading and performing music, just check out our website link in the description.